Begin in a comfortable seated position, hands at heart. Notice the sound of your breath like a gentle ocean wave. Press palms together at heart. Let your palms open towards chest. Reverse through your hands, reaching out through fingertips. Backs of palms spiral up to breastbone and back together. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart. Palms open, backs of palms pressed together. Press your fingertips down and reach out, widening scapulae. Inhale, reverse fingertips to breastbone, palms back to heart. Inhale, palms open like a lotus, and exhale, palms together. Lift hands to forehead. Begin to circle your wrists. Let forearms brush past one another, both directions. Letting your breath flow wide. Inhale up to sky. Exhale, and right arm drops to the earth. Take a deep breath to left lung. Inhale to sky and exhale. Inhale, breathe to your right lung. Gaze to your left as left palm turns up, and then to your right as right palm turns up. Spiraling through your shoulder girdle, through your arms. Press out through palms, and exhale to return your hands to heart. Press into the earth, curl tailbone under, and roll up through your spine, one vertebra at a time, or hinge up to standing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, widening lungs. Exhale, grounding through soles of feet. Fold forward and roll up through your spine, gathering energy through the soles of feet, through heart, lifting to sky, and exhale, recycle back down to earth. Roll up through spine, press out through palms. Inhale, arms lift to sky, and exhale to recycle back down to earth. Grounding through feet, begin a gentle tremble of your shoulders and arms, hands and feet, like a horse shaking off water. Shift over to your right leg, bouncing on right, and then left leg. Shift forward to the balls of your feet and back to your heels, and then begin a gentle swing of your arms, tapping near kidneys at low back. And take a step to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms lift high. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, lift tall through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees and straighten your legs a few times, stretching hamstrings. And then bend your knees, step your feet back to downward facing dog. Press wide through your palms, fingers spread wide, toes spread wide. Shoulder blades also widening across upper back. If it feels good, walk out your feet, bending one knee and then the other. And then place your left leg behind right, stretching through outer left hip. And other side, place right foot behind left, stretching through outer right hip. And return back to center. Roll forward through your spine to plank. Feel your arms pulling apart. Bend your right knee, then your left knee. Exhale to round your back to sky, looking towards navel. Inhale, heart reaches forwards, tailbone lifts to sky. Exhale and round to sky. Inhale to lengthen. And take a little side to side curve, connecting your head and tailbone laterally. If it feels good, also circling your tailbone and head and spine. And then come to a neutral spine. curl your toes under, lift your knees an inch, and send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose. Bend your knees, press back. Inhale forward, push through arms, bend knees, and extend hamstrings. Roll forward, press and reach, connecting upper body through to lower body. Yield and push, reach hips back and up. Bend your knees, place your knees to the ground. And then send your right arm forward, left leg back to opposite limb balance. Breathe into the sides of lungs. Send right leg back, left arm forward, reaching through heel and crown of head. Exhale to lower down. Repeat. Right arm, left leg, extend out. Hold there, or optionally reach back for your left foot, pressing foot to hand and reaching heart forward. Return to the ground, other side, left arm forward, right leg back. Optional to reach back for foot, press foot to hand and send your heart forward, lengthening through base of skull. Exhale to release your arm, release leg. Send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank, elbows bend, and rest down onto your belly. Press into your toenails. Inhale, peel up one vertebra at a time to cobra. Smile across collarbones. Deep breath in. Exhale to lower down. Roll shoulders back and inhale, peel up through your neck and breastbone. Reach your arms forward and back towards your toes. And exhale to circle your arms overhead. Inhale, right arm, left leg lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to float up. Exhale to lower. Feel navel lifting away from the earth as you lengthen through your hands and feet, head and tailbone. Inhale to reach back, push the ground away, and send your hips back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the ground and rest back to child's pose. Inhale forward to quadruped. Exhale pulls you back to child's pose. Press into the earth, pull forward to quadruped. Exhale back, child's pose. Inhale forward. Exhale to reach back. Inhale up to quadruped. Exhale to reach back. You can walk your left hand over on top of your right, reach hips back and breathe to your left lung. Inhale forward, right hand stacks on top of left, reach your hips back and breathe to your right lung. Inhale back to center and repeat. Deep breath in, feel your left rib cage fanning open. Inhale forward and reach your hips back. Exhale and inhale, feel your right rib cage expanding. Return back to quadruped. Toes curl under, lift your knees, send your hips up and back, shoulder blades wide, neck released. Right leg lifts to sky, to three-legged dog. Bend your knee, opening through hip. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding through upper back optionally. Inhale, leg to sky. Exhale, knee to right shoulder, down to wrist, up to shoulder, and back up to sky. Exhale, knee to nose, step your foot between hands, spiral left heel down to the ground, and inhale your arms up to the sky. Warrior One. Ground down through feet as you lengthen through hands and head. Exhale, hands to heart. Open your palms like a book, backs of palms pressed together, reverse. Reach out through fingertips. Bring your fingertips to breastbone and up to sky, palms together. Again, palms open, flip through to the backs of your hands and reach your arms back, crown of head forward. Interlace your fingers, humble warrior, fold forward optionally to inner edge of right thigh. Exhale, release your hands, brush down to earth and up to sky. Open to warrior two. Right heel intersects the arch of your left foot. Right knee bent over ankle. Inhale, right arm sweeps up and back. Take a breath to right lung. Exhale, back, warrior two. Inhale, right hand to right thigh or to the earth. Lengthen your left arm along your ear. And slowly straighten right leg, lifting top of right thigh above kneecap. Rotate left ribs towards the sky. Inhale your torso back up. Bend your right knee in line with middle toes. Lift your back heel up, arms to sky. Exhale and fold forward, placing your hands along your right foot. Scoop up belly, sweep your right leg back up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll forward through your spine to a plank. Feel your shoulder blades widening across upper back. Lift left leg to sky. Lift right leg to sky, zipping up from pubic bone to navel as you extend through the front of your hips. Elbows bend, lower halfway to the ground, then flip onto the tops of your feet, rolling your shoulders back into upward facing dog, and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Cobra is always optional instead of upward facing dog. Roll forward to plank and onto the outer edge of your right foot, staggering your feet or stacking feet. Optional to lift your left leg up towards the sky and or lengthen your left arm along your ear, lifting your right ribs from the ground. Exhale, return back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg again lifts to sky. Exhale, knee to nose, step your foot between hands. Sweep your right arm forward as right rib cage spirals open to sky. Brush down to earth and circle up to sky. Inhaling, up to sky. This time let your back knee drop to the ground. Hands to heart. Exhale. Lift your left arm to sky. Sweep your leg back, grab hold of the top of your foot, and reach your right arm to sky. Release your left leg, return your hands down along right foot. Scoop up belly, step your right foot up and back to three-legged dog. Roll forward to plank, lower down halfway, and roll onto the tops of your feet to upward facing dog. Chin draws to chest, roll through your spine. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts to sky. Bend your knee, open your knee to sky. Opening through front of left hip. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to the outer edge of your left armpit. Drop your knee towards your wrist and back up to armpit. And then step your foot through between hands. Back right heel spirals down. Inhale. Lift torso up. Warrior One. Exhale. Hands to heart. Palms open. Backs of palms touch. Turn your fingertips down and reach out. And reverse. Fingertips to breastbone. Palms together. Lift your arms back up to sky and repeat. Sweep your arms back to humble warrior. Interlace your fingers, opposite pinky in front. Optional to fold forward to the inner edge of your left thigh. Ground down to the back edge of right heel. Sweep your arms along the earth and up to sky. Open your hips to warrior two. Make sure you can see your big toe on the inner edge of your left knee. Inhale to your left lung as right fingertips slide down your right thigh. Return to warrior two. Left forearm to left thigh or to the earth. Side angle lunge, and then slowly straighten your left leg to Trikonasana. Lifting top of left thigh, spiraling right ribs open towards the sky. Maybe gaze turns up or gaze forward. Inhale to return your torso back up. Bend your knee to warrior two. Breathing to hips. Circle your arms down along left foot. Scoop up belly and step your left leg up to three-legged dog. Lower your leg, roll forward to a plank position. And extending through front of hips, float up your right leg. Float up your left leg. Feel your hands pulling the mat apart to widen scapulae across upper back. Elbows bend, lower down all the way to cobra or halfway down to upward facing dog, and then roll through your spine back up to downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot, right arm opens to sky to side plank. Optional to lift your top right leg, also can lift your right arm along your ear, lifting your hips towards sky, and circle your right arm back to plank. Hips reach up to sky, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Left leg lifts again to sky. Exhale, knee to nose and step your foot between hands. Sweep your left arm forward and up to sky. Brush down along the earth. Rotating through your spine as you circle the arm to sky. Right knee drops to the ground. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe here. Right arm sweeps up and back, grabbing hold of the top of right foot. Optional to lift left arm to sky, or keep hand at heart. Inhale, arms lift to sky, back thigh lifts. Scoop up belly, step back to downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank position. Elbows bend, lower down to cobra or upward facing dog. Widening collarbones, chin drops to chest. Roll up and back, downward facing dog. Knees bend, rest your hips back to child's pose. And feel your breath filling wide into your lungs. 3-dimensional breath. Send your left leg back, right hand behind head, rotate breastbone open towards the sky, and then rotate your elbow down to left inner arm. You can do this also with your arm outstretched, threading your right arm under your left, if that feels good. Inhaling to rotate to sky. Exhale, this time thread your arm behind your left, resting onto the outer edge of your right forehead, hips stacked right over knees. Press your left palm into the earth to return back to quadruped. Left hand behind head, right leg reaches long. Spiral your breastbone open to sky and then down towards right arm. Inhale, open to sky. Exhale, rotate down to right arm. Optional to extend your left arm out long and thread your arm behind your right. Right knee bends in, thread your left arm all the way under, resting onto the outer edge of your left forehead. Right palm presses into the ground. Hips stacked over knees, and then return back to quadruped. Toes curl under, lift your knees up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees and hop or step to the top of your mat. And let your hips sit onto a block or all the way down towards the ground as your elbows pressed into your inner thighs. Let your inner thighs press into your upper arms and lengthen through the crown of your head. Push through feet, lift up to standing, arms tall. Bring your feet wide, externally rotate femur bones. Knees stack right in line with middle toes. Inhale up to sky, exhale down. Palms together, lifting your palms up through central axis, and again widen arms. Press your palms down, stopping at each chakra, and then rotate to your right. Right foot is your standing leg. Lift your left leg up. Find your grounding through right leg like roots growing down into the earth. And place your left foot either below your knee or above your knee. Press your foot and leg evenly into each other as hands press to heart. Vrikshasana tree pose. Breathe into your balance. Step your left foot back, rotate back to that goddess squat position. Recycling your arms back down to earth and up through your central axis to sky. Then rotate to your left. Press off your left foot, find your balance on your left standing leg, and place your right foot to your inner thigh or inner calf. Above or below knee, press your foot and leg evenly together, and then step your foot back. And come to the center of your mat. Again, shift your weight over to your right standing leg. Left leg lifts to inner thigh or to calf. Press hands together, press leg and foot together. This time optionally lift arms to sky. Like your arms are branches. Return your left foot to ground. Shift to your left leg. Place your right foot at inner thigh, above knee or below knee. Again, inhale, arms can lift to sky. If you wish, explore a little movement of your hands and your arms. Letting there be movement and energy flowing through your shoulder girdle, your wrists, your fingertips, and down to the earth. And take a step to the top of your mat. Roll your shoulders back. Elbows roll back. Inhale, arms lift up. And exhale, circle your arms down. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, sitting down to chair pose, Utkatasan. Hands to heart. Press through your legs and inhale to sky. Step your feet together, squeeze inner thighs together as you sit back again to Utkatasan. Lift your ribs away from hips and then rotate to your right, left elbow to right thigh. Inhale, untwist, lift tall, rib cage lifts away from hips and then rotate to your left, right elbow to left thigh. Lengthening through crown of head. Inhale back to center. Press through your feet, inhale arms to sky. And holding here in mountain, Left knee lifts to sky. Reach back, grabbing hold of the top of your foot. You can stay here, or optionally press your foot to hand. Reach your heart forward. Reach through fingertips and crown of head. Pubic bone zipping towards navel. Breathing. When you're ready, gently release that foot. Bend your knee towards your nose. Grab hold of big toe or your knee. And optionally rotate your right rib cage open. Exhale, release your foot and fold forward just halfway to warrior three. Reach through your left heel and crown of head. Exhale, step back to a lunge. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, open your hips to warrior two. Reverse warrior, take a breath to your right lung. Exhale, return your hands down along right foot. Lift your left heel, send your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Return downward facing dog, roll through spine forward to plank, elbows bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Roll through your spine back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. And again, let your hips sit down to a block or simply down to the earth. Elbows and legs press into each other. Press through feet to lift tall to sky. And then exhale. Lift up your right knee towards your nose. Inhale, reach your leg back, grabbing hold of the top of your foot. Press your foot to your hand. And hinge at your hips, folding forward optionally as your heart lifts to sky. Find the pose that feels right for you today. Utkatasan, King Dancer pose. Knowing that each day is different, so feel into your body. Lift your right knee to nose, hold on to your big toe or your knee or your shin. Again, if you wish, add a twist through spine, rotating left ribs open towards the sunset. Find your balance on left standing leg for warrior three. Let your breath fill three-dimensionally. Step your right foot back, open your hips, warrior two. Breathe in warrior two, reverse warrior if you wish. And circle arms down along front foot, extend your left leg up to three-legged dog. Return your left foot to the earth, roll forward through your spine to plank. Elbows bend, lower down to cobra or upward facing dog on your inhale, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step or hop between your arms, and come to a comfortable seated position. Roll back on your sits bones, hold behind thighs, or extend your legs and extend your arms, balancing into boat pose. Stay with your breath. Bend knees, cross feet, push through the earth and come up to standing. Inhale, palms open like a book, backs of palms press down and out, and reverse fingertips to breastbone, hands to heart. Hinge forward on your right standing leg. Reach your right arm down to a block or to the earth. And rotate the left half of your body open towards the sky. Feel a sun inside of your navel that's radiating out to your hands and feet, head and tailbone. like a moon shining bright in the night sky. Reaching through heel and head as you rotate left half of body down to the earth. Step your left knee in towards your nose and lower down to the earth. Shift to your left standing leg. Right leg lifts high, hinge forward. And reach your left arm down to a block or to the earth. Open the right half of your body towards the sky. Right hip stacking on top of left. Right ribs stacking on top of left. Imagine a star inside of your belly that's radiating out to hands and feet, head and tailbone, to half moon pose. Rotate right half of body back to the ground. Bend your left knee, step right knee up towards your nose, and return back to stand. Step to the center of your mat, grab hold of left wrist, give a gentle pull up and over, breathe to left lung. And reverse, hold right wrist, give a gentle pull up and over, breathe to right lung. Exhale, widen your feet, knees bend in line with middle toes. Gather up energy from the earth to each chakra, energy center through your spine. Reaching hands to sky, reverse, recycle back to earth. Pausing at root, navel, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown of head, and up to sky. Arms reach to sky, hands like a lotus opening, and recycle back to earth. Gather energy through your spine to heart, press up to sky. Exhale, return back to earth. Bringing awareness of to your energy centers along your central axis. Letting your breath connect you to nature. Hands rest at heart. Straighten your legs. Turn the outer edges of your feet to parallel. Lengthen through spine and hinge forward. Press down through the outer edges of your feet. You can reach your hands to your ankles or out, stretched in front of you. Or even reach your arms up to sky, interlace your fingers, let your shoulders draw away from your ears. Find what feels good to your body. Then shift your weight over to your right leg. This can be a subtle lunge or a deep lunge, depending on what your hips need in this moment. You can press right upper arm to right inner thigh, spiral left ribs to sky, and then rotate over to the other side. Again, keep the lunge as deep or subtle as you need in this moment. Rotating right rib cage open to sky, and then return back to center. Hands to hips, root through heels, hinge up to standing. Arms lift to sky, bend your knees, step or hop your feet together, and return to the center of your mat, to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, hands to heart, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Right leg steps back, left leg steps back. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, rest your hips back to child's pose. Breathe to your hips and low back. Knees can be wide. Return back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step or hop between your arms. And then roll down onto your back. Make yourself comfortable. Hug knees to chest, everything into your center core, and then radiate from your navel out to your distal ends, hands and feet, head and tailbone. Again, exhale, everything hugs to center. Left hand to right knee, right hand to shin. Extend left leg long and switch. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale as low back presses to the ground. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, pressing shin to hands. And then shake your arms and legs out to sky. Bend your knees to armpits. Hold the outer edges of your feet. Ananda Balasan, happy baby pose. Let your arms outstretch at shoulder level. Shift your hips a little to the right. Let your knees lower to the left. Breathe into the twist. Inhale, shift your hips over to the left, knees lower to right, and gaze to your left. Yield into the ground. Return knees to center. Roll up through your spine to a bridge, pressing hips to sky. Roll down one vertebra at a time. Feet parallel, about a fist distance apart. Curl tailbone under. Roll up through your spine to a bridge. If you wish, interlace fingers behind lower back. Roll down through spine, and again, curl tailbone under, lift hips to sky. On the way down, make little figure eights. Inhale, left arm lifts overhead. Lift up to a bridge, extend your right leg out. Lower down through your spine, left hand along hip. Right arm lifts overhead. Extend your left leg out in that bridge. Roll down through your spine. Return your arms down. Roll up through head, neck, and shoulders. Reach through fingertips up and overhead. Again, exhale, roll up through spine. Reach to toes. And then let your palms turn open. Make yourself comfortable. Yield into the earth. Allow your femur bones to spiral open. Invite your breath to your belly. Visualize your diaphragm like a jellyfish swimming, inhaling as the diaphragm flattens down, contracting, pressing into your organs as belly lifts to sky. And as you exhale, that diaphragm jellyfish parachutes back upwards, expiring the air from lungs. Visualize that nice, soft movement through the central axis of your body and through diaphragms. Soften jaw and eyes, shoulders, neck, hands and feet. When you're ready, lightly begin to move your fingers and toes, hug your knees into chest, and take your time rolling over to one side. Rest onto your right side. And then press into the ground. Peel yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Close with hands at heart, setting an intention. And bowing to the earth, giving thanks for your practice and for your breath for this day. Namaste.